Good morning, everyone. My name is Jack, and I'm here today to talk about constructivist teaching methods, or more accurately, constructivism in the classroom. Today I'll be going through the strengths and weaknesses of constructivist teaching methods. What even is constructivism? One of the many theories that incorporate this method of teaching, some of the practices, as well as my own experiences in schooling, and how perhaps other teaching methods could have worked better or in conjunction with this theory. To start us off, constructivist teaching methods is based on the belief that learning occurs as learners are actively involved in the process of meaning and knowledge construction, as opposed to passively receiving information. Or learners construct knowledge in their minds by participating in certain experiences rather than learning from a teacher. In other words, students are actively engaging and participating in the subject at hand. Now that I've got that definition out of the way, let's look at one of the theories that incorporate this method of teaching. Sociocultural by Lev Vygotsky. Apologies for the pronunciation. This theory describes the process of teaching and learning as much more than face-to-face interaction or regurgitation of the curriculum from the book, but rather places stress on what is being said and the co-construction of knowledge. It describes teaching as strongly influenced by and embedded in its social and cultural context, and points to the meaning of teaching as the transformation of social constructed knowledge into that which is individually owned by the learner. This type of teaching assumes a specific standard and relation between teacher and student, where the role of the adult is more of a collaborator or co-constructor. A strong emphasis is on the active position of the learner, which is essential for the development of lifelong learning skills. Now we move on to some of the practices. Creating real-world environments to show context. Role-playing or LARPing for the pop culturally aware. This can teach life skills and have real-world applications, but while still in the safety of the classroom or learning area. And we have group-based work, or group-based cooperative work, which can show multi-perspective learning, which can bring new views into light, which may not have been taught before. It can also have show teamwork and leadership skills. We have self-evaluation and analysis, which can show independence and initiative. Very good lifelong skills. The constructivist methods also allows learners to, once being shown the big idea, go off on individual paths that interest them, so that they stay in tune and are motivated to learn the topic at hand. It also allows the learners to learn at their own pace so they don't get bored or push too hard, as found with some traditional teaching methods. This area can also have the opposite effect on some learners, which I'll go into later. Constructivism also focuses on the construction of knowledge, so it builds upon past knowledge rather than regurgitating what is committed to memory. It also offers better learning for contextualization rather than just abstracted instructions, showing its real-world applications as one thing is learned that can be applied again and again and again for many different situations, implying that one builds on or constructs upon their knowledge, but it may be used more than its original example or purpose. Some of the downsides to constructivism, however, is the lack of structure. The free roam education style is not for everyone. Some learners need a highly structured environment to be able to work well and excel in. But because it's very individual based, as I touched on earlier, less motivated nor disinterested learners are very likely to fall behind and not do the work, as there is less sense of urgency. Constructivism does not work by itself in a school. It requires there to be a base of traditional teaching methods. And in my opinion, it would take other teaching methods such as behaviorism and cognitism, all working in tow to achieve the best possible learning outcome. I never experienced constructivism in my school. The closest I came to was with certain assignments where students were able to pick the topic or event, then research and answer questions to, or perform a presentation that had a set rubric given to us by the teacher. This allowed, while minimal, a freedom of sort to follow what we were interested in. It increased motivation and passion for the assignment and topic, and for the most part, student interest for the class peaked for the next few weeks. But with the strict curriculum with Victorian schools, especially VCE, there is little room for this method, as VCE works as a grading system for the individual against the rest of the students in the state, making individuality and improvisation a rarity. For example, marking 30 different essays which have nothing in common would be a nightmare, let alone however many thousand. In principle, however, I think this style of learning is fantastic. The freedom to learn what you want at your own pace is magnificent. To implement it in schools and allow it in upper-level high school, we may need a partial or even total education reform, even though we have a lot of the practices, as mentioned before, already in our schools. To finish off, we have the constructivist teaching method, learning through experiences rather than relying on the teacher. These experiences are fast and are well utilised in the education system. They also teach many other skills rather than just the information at hand. This is not superior to other teaching methods, nor is it useful on its own. To teach successfully and equally to a diverse range of students, a balance between and combination of multiple teaching methods is required. That's all for today. Thanks for listening.